I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV, we engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, and tonight is another powerful show where we come your way to really bring you discussions designed to bring a difference in your life, designed to empower you, designed to really cause you to believe again, designed to really cause you to understand that you are born for greatness, designed to really cause you to believe that you can shine, you can be successful in this life against all odds. And tonight I have got a powerful man that is already seated and is coming to talk to us about a powerful topic that is going to change the narrative in your life. But before I bring him on board, I would like to really talk about the sponsors of this program. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy. That is your business training and consulting firm. Train to Inspire says that when it comes to your business training and consulting, contact them and they are going to support you. That is, they're going to help you to position yourself in the marketplace. Then also, they also work with students in relation to their personal development in second cycle institutions, also in colleges and university. And trust me, I am the brain, and my team, me and my team are the brain behind Train to Inspire Consultancy. So it's as good as you see it. Then also ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. ZPay just launched their USSD code for mobile money, and that is *270#. Just dial it on your phone and register for ZPay mobile money. Then, if you want to contact any of our sponsors, their contact details are scrolling on the screen. Take them and contact them. Also, if you really want to sponsor any of our shows, take the number for T2I TV UK or Train to Inspire Consultancy, and let's talk how you can support this project of bringing inspiration, topical issues designed to shape your mind, and also discussion designed to help you in pursuit of your career, your entrepreneurial journey, or any vision that you hold. So tonight is going to be an amazing discussion. My guest is already seated, and trust me, if you are watching us, I want you to like our page T2I TV UK on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel T2I TV UK, and call somebody, share this link, for somebody to join us, because you might not know who you'll be saving. You might not know whose vision is going to be born today just because they joined this platform. Now, without wasting much time, I need to bring my guest on board. And trust me, he's already seated on fire. And who is my guest for tonight? My guest is an author, and he has written a few books, or if I'll say more books. And that is, he is an author of The Ark, an author of The Flood and the Rainbow, and also an author of The Art of Servanthood and The Test and the Victory. And he is in a person of Isaac Benjamin Nyarko. Please welcome to Step Out with Oscar Bimpon, and you are live on T2I TV UK. Hello, Mr. Nyarko. Can you hear me? I think my guest is frozen, so we're going to go on a quick break, and I will bring him on board again.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV, we engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
All right. I think we had a bit of a technical hitch, but we are back live with my guest. And my guest, as I introduced earlier on, is in the person of Isaac Benjamin Nyarko. Please welcome to Step Out with Oscar Bimpon, and you are live on T2I TV UK.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm honored. I'm honored to be invited to your show. I've always watched your show, and you're someone I admire a lot. Your intelligence and your achievements, and I want to congratulate you on the job you're doing. You're really transforming lives. So thank you very much for inviting me. Yeah.
Thank you very much as well, and I also appreciate your kind words, and thanks for also spending your time with us this Saturday afternoon, especially when it is your birthday. So I want to seize this opportunity to from the T2I TV UK team and from all friends and family, we want to wish you well on your birthday. Just enjoy life as much as you can, because this life can be short. TB Joshua is no more, so it should tell you that no one knows when. So we thank God for your life, for adding another year onto your life, and it's good for you to share your birthday with us. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Wow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so let's go straight to business. I think time is already fast spent, and today we are going to review my book, and that is Mindset Revolution: Re-engineering your mind from prison to purpose. So talk to somebody that is not here. Send this link to somebody that today we are talking about mindset. It's about the review of the book that I have written. And he bought a copy of the book, and he called me and he said, look, Oscar, I want to come on your show to share this book with other people, because this is a book that we should not put it under the bed or under a cover, but it should be exposed for every single person to really have the opportunity to read this book. But before I go on, our topic is how the Mindset Revolution book has impacted my life, and that is our topic. But before we delve into our topic, I ask everybody this question: who is Isaac Benjamin Nyarko in your own ways?
Before I even speak, I want to thank God. Thank God Almighty, for bringing me this far, for making this opportunity, happen once again. And without him, I wouldn't be here. So I want to bless God, thank God for everything. Basically, I'm a simple man. I believe in God. I'm a Christian. As you said, rightly said, I write books. And one of the reasons why I admire your ministry, because I'm also the type of person where I like to see people's mind transformed. Whenever I write a book, or when people read my books, my main aim is for them to be transformed, for their mindset to change from something else to something else. Because what's the point of writing a book if you're not going to change anybody? If you're going to write the book just for the sake of it, you have not done anything. But when someone reads your book and the person calls you, or the person comes back and says, my brother, what you said in that book has really turned me into a different person. So like I said, I'm an author, but I believe that my books are unique because God has given me the gift to write books that will transform people, or to push people in the right direction, and to also help people to fulfill their destiny. And that is the type of person I am. Yeah.
To help people to transform their destiny, and I think that is a powerful statement to make. So let's delve into this. What made you to buy the Mindset Revolution book?
To be honest with you, I saw one of your programs with Bishop Tufor, and you were talking about kingdom clientele. I think this was about a year ago.
Yes.
And I've seen you on Facebook before, but when I saw the program, I was like, wow. I was like, a fellow Ghanaian with that mentality. No offense to Ghanaians, but the point I was trying to make is that, to see another person who is like me, who has the mentality or the mindset to transform people. So I was even saying to myself, this guy can be a president. This guy
Amen.
should be a president. I was even saying, yeah, this man should be a president. This man should go to Ghana and really shake the people up, you know, because the things you were saying, the words that came out of your mouth and the concepts you gave, I was amazed. I was like, wow, I need to meet this guy, you know. And then I think a few weeks after you came back on the show and you were talking about transformative ideas, the things that we need to transform the generation. You gave a lot of examples, and those examples are something I took on board. And then eventually, when you brought the mindset revolution book about, I was like, wow, I need to buy this book, because that's the kind of stuff that I like, you know, transforming the mind, transforming people's mind, or putting people in a position where they have no choice but to prosper, but to use their skill to become the people they were created to be. And that is the reason why I was led to buy your book.
Wow.
Yeah.
You see, there is one thing about this life, is that sometimes if you are doing something, you don't know who you are impacting.
No.
And you don't know how you are really making a difference in the lives of people. Because I always tell people that, look, a few will come back to say, you did this and you did that and it transformed my life. So sometimes you will think you are not doing well. But in a nutshell, people's life have been transformed, but they haven't really come out. So sometimes a lot of people get frustrated because they think what they are doing, they are not making any impact. No, you are making an impact, because in our community, people don't come back to say, look, because of you, because of that. That is why a motivational speaker in the UK, a motivational speaker in the United States is making millions of dollars.
That's right.
But the one in Africa is struggling. Why? Because they appreciate. They come back to say, oh, you said this to me, and because of that, I'm going to attend your conference, right? Because of you, I started this. So I think those of us in Africa, we need to understand that, look, this is how the psyche of our people are. And if you understand that, life is going to be easier for you. And not a lot of people will come. Like today is the first time I'm hearing this. I'm more encouraged. Why? Because sometimes you don't even know who you have impacted, you know. So so but that is kind of interesting, you know. But let's delve a bit into the book. So what was your first thought when you started reading the book?
My first thought was, wow, finally something that I can relate to. Because as an author myself, sometimes I have to read books just so I can get ideas of, you know, what the type of books that are out there, you know, and I also like to learn from other people. But I've read many books, you know, books on Christianity, books on, you know, self-help books and all that kind of stuff. But when I read your book, it's like page after page after page, it was getting more interesting, and you were actually tackling the problem. You were not only telling people, you know, what you think is right, but you were actually tackling the problem. Even to the point where when I went to work, the first week that I received the book, that day I went to work with the book, and one of my colleagues was like, "Oh, who's that? Is that your book?" I said, "No, it's my brother's book." He said, "Oh, so your family are intelligent people?" I said, "Yeah, my family are intelligent people." You know, and I was reading the part where you spoke about the cocaine, the two gentlemen who were encountered with cocaine. And I read it, and you wrote it so simply, but it's very deep, because it wasn't just about cocaine. It's about, put it this way, two people are posed with an option. Two different people with different mindsets, from different backgrounds, are brought in front of something that they must choose. In the eyes of one person, that thing is the best thing that ever happened to him. But in the eyes of the other person, that thing is diabolical. I cannot stand it. I hate it. Meanwhile, the other person was like, I love it. You see what I'm saying? You see? And it's like you and me right now. There's a type of food that you might see me eating, be like, my brother, why are you eating this food? How could a man like you eat this type of food? But in my mind, I've been thinking to myself, you have no idea. You have no idea what it tastes like. Maybe you should try it. You see, And the comparison of the two guys, where one of them tasted the cocaine and realized straight away that no, if I try this thing again, it will kill me. It can destroy my life. So that person made a decision that I will never tamper with this cocaine again, because I know what is going to happen if I try it. And I've made up my mind that I'm not going to, take any advantage of it again. Meanwhile, the other person on the other hand, when he tried it, he was like, wow, I tried it because, I was curious, but when I tried it, it made me feel this way, it made me feel that way. And as a result, I'm going to continue to do it. Now, the one who wanted to test the cocaine and indulge in it forgot that there were many dangers in it, because he focused on the excitement. You see, he focused on the excitement. It's like bringing a candy before a child. You tell the child, you know what, if you eat too much of this, your teeth are going to be rotten. In fact, it will make you sick. But when the child tastes the sweet, everything you tell the child is going up to the back of the ear, because the child is so focused on the taste of the sweet. You see? And then later on, when the child grows up, he's like, daddy, this dentist party, every day I have to go to dentist. Why? Forgetting that there was a time that the father told him that, look, this sweet, if you eat too much of it, this is what's going to happen. You see? And when I read the concept of the cocaine, I actually went so deep into it that I put other things into it. Like, for instance, you are told, okay, not to eat a certain type of food. Because if you eat this food, it's going to cause cancer in your body. But maybe where you come from, that food is all you know. You don't know anything else. So when someone gives you that advice that, Masa, be careful with this food, you'll be like, Masa, what are you talking about? I've been eating this all my life and nothing's happened yet.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the person doesn't have a clue that something is actually taking place gradually, where it can even end up destroying them. You see? So what fascinated me about that topic was the mindset that one of the people decided that, no, I've tasted this thing. Yes, it made me feel good. It made me feel like a Superman. But I have seen the effects of it. What has happened to other people? I have seen the detriment of it. So you know what? I'm not going to touch it, because I could become that person.
Wow.
You see? And as we grow up, you can testify that there are people that you grew up with that you're no longer friends with them. Not like you don't talk to them, but you're no longer close to them because they chose a certain lifestyle that they're no longer the same people again.
Wow.
And now I bet you those people are probably watching you now thinking, I wish I had listened to Oscar when he spoke to me.
But you see, this is because you see, everything that you do, if you don't have results today, at the long run, you are going to have results. Right?
Yeah.
So that is why you can see somebody without seeing him taking cocaine, but then you can conclude that the person is a cocaine addict.
An addict, that's right.
Now, but this is the same thing with positive and negative thoughts, right? Now, there are some people, even their body language will tell you that this person is a positive thinker.
That's right.
Without the person even speaking.
Yeah.
So whatever we do, at the end of the day, there's going to be results, and that result is what is going to determine who we become.
That's right.
And as you said, it wasn't just a simple statement of cocaine, but it was just a simple. It wasn't a simple statement of two people using cocaine, but it was deeper than that.
That's right.
What was the outcome? And even I realized that I went forward to say that, look, the person that did not take cocaine, it doesn't mean that he's not going to have flashes of thoughts that will tell him to go back and take cocaine. But it is his ability to overcome that flashes of thought.
That's right.
And this brings me to the fact about the two voices that was discussed in the book. What is your take on the two voices that was discussed in the book?
Man of God, to answer this question, I want to give an analogy. And that analogy was, there's someone who was sent on a mission, okay? And the person was told that, look, we are going to give you a manual. Every information you need is in that manual. Keep it. guard it with your life, because everything you need, every answer you need is in that manual. Now, the person was also told that, you know what, you're going to come to a crossroads. And when you come to that crossroads, you're going to come across two identical beings. They are identical. You cannot tell them apart. They look the same. They sound the same. They behave the same. But one is on the left and one is on the right. And the person is also told that you have to ask him only one question in order to know which one of them is right. One always lies. One always tells the truth.
Wow.
You see? One always lies and one always tells the truth. Two voices. They're identical beings. They look the same. They sound the same. But one is on the left and one is on the right. So the first person went and he couldn't ask a question. He asked a question and he was deceived. So he went the wrong way. The second person was sent, and the second person went and asked the right question, and he was shown the right way. Why? Because the second person read the manual. The first person didn't read the manual. He went and asked the wrong question, and because he asked the wrong question, he didn't even know the difference of the one who lied to him. So he was deceived. But the second person who went on a journey, because he read the manual, he read every answer in the manual. His mind was open. So when he came across the two identical beings, he was able to ask the right question. And when he asked the right question, the answer he was given, he knew that this one is lying and this one is telling the truth. So I'm going to choose the one who's telling the truth. Oh.
Wow. I think I've lost my guest, and he's going to join us quickly. He was giving a powerful analogy of how the two voices in the mind of a man. And trust me, we are always, but the point is that we are not conscious about these two voices. We are never conscious about it. So we don't really guard against these two voices in our mind. These two voices, one is aligned to positive thoughts, the other is aligned to negative thoughts. And it is about how you deal with these two voices. That is how you'll be able to really assess opportunities. And that is how you'll be able to really work on your mind for you to really succeed in life. So these two voices are powerful voices that we must guard against. And until you are able to do that, then you are more likely to struggle. So these two voices are very powerful. They are very powerful. And depending on how you deal with it, you are more likely to struggle in life. All right. I think we had a bit of a technical hitch. Today we're having a few technical hitches here and there. That's technology sometimes. Yes. So yeah, please go on your analogy.
Yeah. So, man of God, so to come to the question about the two voices, in your book, in page 50, it was talking about one voice that is loud and another voice that is silent. And it's usually the loud voice that is most deceiving. The loud voice that speaks to us is one that is most deceiving. And like I was saying to you earlier, the loud voice is usually people who we are close to, people we know, people we trust. Whenever they see that we are going into something that can transform our lives, you know, don't even attempt that thing. Don't even try it, because it's not going to help you. You see, and that voice becomes louder and louder because that voice is so determined to shut you down. But then you have that silent voice. That silent voice is someone that you may not even know, someone that you may not even have in contact with, but they can advise you that, look, you know what, go for it. Don't be afraid. Try it. You see, take courage, believe in yourself, and go for it, because I can see that if you go for it, it's going to transform your life. So what happens is you have the two voices. One is negative and one is positive. And like from your book, as you said, usually the loud voice is usually the negative one. So coming to my analogy, that most of the time we have these two identical beings in our lives. The reason why I said identical is sometimes you cannot tell who's lying to you and who's telling you the truth. Because if you are best friends with the one who lies all the time, you'll not even know the difference, because you're best friends with that person, you're close to that person, you trust that person. So even if the person is lying to you, you don't know the difference, because we trust that person. You see what I'm saying? And
yes.
And that is the problem that we have, especially within our culture, that, you know, this ahonya spirit, this envy spirit, where, you know, you have a certain relative in the family, or you have a certain friend in a friend of the family, you know, and sometimes because we are so close to the people, we don't even realize that they are envious of us to the point where they are ready to shut us down. So they tell us all kinds of things. Their voice becomes so loud that we think, okay, they're telling the truth. Oh, they only want the best for us. So even when we have something amazing in front of us, or a destiny, or something that can push us forward, we reject it. We condemn it because of what the opinion that we are listening to. Because we think, oh, once the person is close to me, this person is my best friend, so he cannot lie to me. Meanwhile, in the mind of that person, the man has a mission to shut us down. You see. So reading your book, it made me realize that, you know, there are certain voices that we must be careful of, regardless of how loud that voice is. Don't think, oh, just because that voice is my best friend, or that voice is my mother's voice, or is my father's voice, or it's a voice that I'm familiar with. That means that everything they say is the truth. You see? And most of the time, we have forfeited our destiny. Most of the time, we have thrown away amazing things because of the voices we have listened to. Yeah, God bless you.
Wow. That's kind of interesting. But I like your example that you gave. That the people that are close to us, because they are close to us, the things they say to us are loud in our voice. And sometimes, because their voice is always ringing in our minds, it doesn't give us the opportunity to really align with those that are not close to us. So their voice become the lowest voice, or the voice that is very silent. And I think it's a very powerful statement that you have really made. And I think this is where we have to, that is why we have to guard our mind, you know.
That's right.
I always tell people that, look, you have to be the police of your mind, because you determine what gets into your mind. It is you. You are the gatekeeper of your mind. If you cannot really determine who enters and who goes out, then you don't have any moral right to really talk about mindset, because your mindset will be formed just because of what you allowed in. So it's like going to the nightclub, right? They can tell you that, look, you are very casual, you can't enter the nightclub. Yeah. Or they can say, why are you wearing trainers? They can say you are underage, right? So what is the nightclub bouncers? What are they doing? They are really screening. They are really allowing the right people to really enter the nightclub.
That's right.
It's the same thing as your mind. You have to be the bouncer of your thought.
That's right. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, you see, we have to simplify things for people, right? So that they can relate. Because when you talk about mindset, some people talk about, like I always talk about my book. My book is not about the science of the mind. It's about the common sense of the mind. That is the common sense approach to how the mind works, right? And this brings me to the question of, in terms of reading how the mind works, especially the example of the computer. What is your take on that?
You see, man of God, this I'll recommend you again for this book, because you can even see already, like, the things we are talking about, and we have not even gone into other pages. You can already see the how deep it is. You see, we all know how a computer works. You see, and in terms of a computer, your mind is the computer of your life. It's like in the human brain, there's this thing called the amygdala. And the amygdala is the part of the brain that controls fear and courage. And it's also something that records whatever you feed it, it will record it. So for instance, if you grow up in an environment where every day you are taught to be afraid of something, it goes into that amygdala, records it. There's also a pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is what causes your growth, what decides how tall you're going to be, how wide you're going to be, how long your bones are going to be. So the amygdala and the pituitary gland, they decide your lifestyle. When you're growing up, the things that go into your mind, the things that go into your soul, the things that go into your spirit, and then the pituitary gland decides your height, your physicality, how tall you're going to be, how big you're going to be, your weight. So now imagine you growing up in an environment where nothing scares you because the people who raised you made you aware that nothing should scare you. Everything is possible. You can do everything, even with your eyes closed. Everything is possible. So your amygdala will record that in your mind, even to the point where you come face to face with something that is very challenging to you. It's like, hang on, I know I can do it. I know I can smash this to pieces. You see? Then on the other hand, you have people also who grow up in environments where even the smallest thing, they become afraid because they are raised to think that they cannot conquer anything. They are raised to be afraid of everything. So even when they come across something amazing, something that can transform their lives, they reject it because they think, oh, this thing will destroy me. If I even make an attempt of this thing, it will destroy me. And that is the computer of the mind. As you know, a computer, everything that you store into the computer, it will keep it. You can save pictures onto a computer. You can save documents onto a computer. Until you decide to erase it, it will remain there. Oh.
Wow. We've lost our guest again, and he was talking about how the mind works. And in the book, I talked about how the mind works in terms of, whatever you feed your mind with, whenever you need it, is going to give you back. It's the same with the computer. If I save my name, Oscar Bimpon, as a file on a computer, if I need that file, it is not going to give me Francis Quasin. It is going to give me the exact file, Oscar Bimpon. And that is how the mind works. If I feed my mind that life is difficult, and consistently my mind is being fed with life is difficult, life is difficult, life is difficult. Now, whenever there is an opportunity that comes in front of me, the first file that is going to come out is that life is difficult. So sometimes we don't know how even damaged we are when it comes to the mind. There are some of us, we are just existing just because our mindset is being destroyed. Our mind is being, we cannot handle anything in life. Because you see, the subconscious mind, which is your memory bank of the mind, it is about 95% of the mind. And research has shown that there is between 50 to 70,000 thoughts that runs through our mind in 24 hours. Now, can you imagine that now you are 40 years and you have fed this subconscious mind with the negatives of life for so many years? Now, what do you think is going to happen? So there are some people, they are just alive, but when it comes to vision, they are totally dead. When it comes to vision, they are totally dead. And that is where I want people to understand that, look, there are some people, they can never make it in life. You can drink all the anointing oil. You can have all you see, you can have all the fasting in the world, but if you don't change your mindset, nothing is going to work in your life, because success and failure starts here. It doesn't start on the outside. Some people think when they have got resources, they are going to succeed. You can get all the resources, but if your mind is not set right, you are still going to fail. That is why the foundation of your success or failure is in the mind. And for those that are joining us now, we are doing a review of this book. My guest, Isaac Benjamin Nyarko, bought this book. He called me, he said, Oscar, I want to come on your show to really come and talk about this book, because this book must be in every home. Look, if you don't have a copy of this book, you are missing out. And there is one thing I always tell people: this book is £8.99. It's less expensive than a large pizza. It is less expensive than KFC bucket, right? It's just £8.99 on Amazon. Just get a copy. Man of God, you were talking about the how the mind works in relation to the computer.
Man of God, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I cannot hear you, sir.
You cannot hear me?
Yes, sir.
Wow. So.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think from what we were discussing earlier, and as I can see, someone has written, Francis Question has written that your brain is the CPU of your body. Mm-hmm. So as I was saying before, whatever you record in your mind is what you eventually become. What you learn is what you become. Like, you grew up in an environment where I remember I was watching a documentary about these gangs in New York, and you can see that these kids, when they were in school, some of them were very intelligent, were very good at their subjects, but then it gets to a point where now they become some of the biggest drug dealers in their neighborhood, where they carry guns, they carry knives, they carry weapons, they get into all sorts of things, where they're going in and out of prison. Why? Because at a point in their life, the things that were stored when they were growing up, the people that they looked up to, developed, managed to deposit some sort of mentality in them. So as they grew up, they took on board that mentality, and that mentality shaped them to be who they are now. So now, going in and out of prison has become so normal to them. Because what? They have become so used to it, because when they were growing up, the people that they looked up to actually fed them with that mentality. You see? So as of this book that we have, anybody who is watching or anybody who gets the opportunity to read that book, it's important to understand that when you read that book, make up your mind that you are willing to be transformed. Make up your mind you are willing to be transformed. Because like I said, even me myself, reading the book, I've learned so much from the book. My mind has changed about certain things. There were certain things that I thought I could never do. By reading the book, reading the pages, I realized that those things are even under my feet. I can do them in a second because of reading the book. God bless you, sir.
Wow. But this even takes me to my next question, and that is breaking of limiting beliefs.
Yes.
Has the book helped you in any way?
Yeah. The limiting belief, I think as we were talking earlier, is like, imagine if, your mother and father tried something and they couldn't succeed. Or your uncle and your auntie tried something, they couldn't succeed. Or someone who's older than you tried something and they couldn't succeed. But maybe you are the one who God has chosen to break that cycle. But then you find out those people will tell you, Masa, yeah, try, yeah, bre. We tried it and we couldn't do it. So what makes you think that you can succeed? Go and sit somewhere and mind your business. You see? And at that cutting point, if you're not careful and you allow those voices to tamper with your belief, it will limit you. It will break you down. It will cause you to stay where you are. And you find out you become an old man in a nightclub. You become the old man in a nightclub. You see, you become the old man among the youngsters who are thriving. And you think to yourself, I wish I had pushed through, regardless of the voices I was hearing. So your limiting belief is though you believe in something, but you don't take it beyond. You are not prepared, or you are too afraid to take it to the next level, to take actually where it's supposed to be. Look at people like Elon Musk. You know, when you look at his pictures of where he started, how he started, you realize that the man was very poor. The man could not even afford certain things, but he kept with his belief. He stuck to it. In fact, as time went on, he increased his belief, even to the point, look at where he is now. Now the man is in a position where he can afford to pay the rent of every human being on earth. He can afford to take care of every human being on earth, because what? He stuck to his belief. He was able to allow his belief to take him beyond his imagination. And I think that anybody who gets the opportunity to read this book must understand that, look, if you're going to read this book, read it believing that this book is actually, it's like a ship that is going to take you beyond anywhere that you've ever been before. If you understand what I mean, man of God. So
yes, exactly.
The limiting belief, I think people watching this must understand that, look, if you have a belief to do something, maybe you have people around you who have told you, look, it's not possible. People may tell you that, look, this thing is not going to happen. Or even if you try it, it won't work. Or if you try it, it's going to destroy you. Have it in mind that those people are speaking according to their limiting belief. In fact, hearing that gives you an opportunity to understand that, look, okay, I've heard what you said. Maybe you're telling me the truth, but in me, maybe I'm the one who is going to break this cycle, so that people who are going to come after me will learn to understand that, look, nothing is impossible. God bless you, sir.
Because there is one thing personally I have learned in this life, and that is, if you don't go the extra mile, you don't go beyond the status quo. You see, there are too many average people on earth, too many average people, right? And it is so easy to stay average. But then for you to really get out of the average zone, you need to go the extra mile. And that is where the problem is, because the extra mile is sacrifice. The extra mile is hard work. The extra mile is very difficult. The extra mile doesn't pay immediately. So you decide to always stay at the level where too many people are staying. And the market where too many people are staying, that market is very cheap. It doesn't pay well. For you to pay well, you need to be exceptional. So there are so many athletes in the world, right? So many athletes, right? By Usain Bolt, even after retiring, is still making millions. Why? Because he went the extra mile, right? You have to get the mindset that, you know, there is one thing people tell me, Oscar, that's very good. The sky is the limit. No, the sky is no more the limit.
No.
You see, the sky was the limit, was used when probably there was no people going into the space, isn't it? Now people are going to space, and you are telling me the sky is the limit. No, I want to explore beyond the sky. And these are the kind of limitations that we have placed upon ourselves. And that is why we get to a certain level and we stay there.
It's true.
So if you have got the mindset that the sky is the limit, it means that when you get to the sky, you're going to stay there.
Man of God, let me take this from another angle, right? Even to say the sky is the limit is good, but there are people who even think the sky, I will not even attempt to even reach the sky. Yes, there are people, like I was saying before, about the amygdala in the brain. Everything that you think of, it records it. So there's people who have grown up being so afraid that even you said the sky, hey, the sky is too much for me. As for me, this is where I am. As for me, I want to be simple. You see, because they have they have grown up thinking that being simple is safe. Yet, oh man, this thing.
Wow. A bit of technical hitch from our guest. So limiting beliefs has really destroyed a lot of lives, to be honest. It has really destroyed a lot of lives. Like there are people that I meet and they are like, in my family nobody goes to university. I meet people and they say, no, in my family nobody rise above a certain level. In my family you can never be wealthy. Now everybody agrees that, right? But what are you doing to break that cycle? That cycle must be broken. If nobody has been to the university in your family, you have to be the first to be in the university. You have to break the cycle for others to follow. The problem is that a lot of people cannot break the cycle. And because of that, they stay at a particular level for far too long. We limit ourselves. We don't rise above a certain level. Why? Because we believe that we cannot get there. We believe that we cannot succeed. We believe that there is not a lot that we can do. And this is where I always want to encourage people to understand that, look, where you are today is not your destination. If you have really got a powerful mindset, right, then success is an unending journey. The moment you make success a destination, that is the moment you create a comfort zone for yourself. Meaning that when you achieve one goal today, you need to move on to the next goal. You need to move on to the next goal. You need to move on to the next goal. That is why sometimes I hear people saying the rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. Why? Because when the rich achieve one goal, they move to the next goal. But the poor is sitting in a comfort zone thinking that things are going to change. Things never change if you continue to stay at a particular level. Until you believe in yourself, there is no way somebody will believe in you. And this is where we need to understand that there is a lot that we can do when it comes to our mind. There is a lot that we can do when it comes to our mind. Our mind is a very powerful tool that we can use for or against us. So, man of God, let's try and wrap up this because it's getting to the top of the hour. But speak to me briefly about the prison of the mind.
When I read about the prison of the mind, man of God, I realized that sometimes our mentalities are the very things that castrate us, the very things that put us on hold and prevent us from being the people we're supposed to be. And we all know what a prison is. A prison is a place or an environment where people are put there. They don't have their freedom. Even if they have a freedom, that freedom is limited. They cannot talk to anybody just anyhow. They cannot sleep when they want to sleep. They are encased in a tiny room for God knows how long. And the mindset sometimes being in a prison is that sometimes you grow up in an environment where you are taught to be in that little room in your mind where nothing else matters. What you know is what you know. You cannot learn anything else, and you are encased in that little shell. So even to the point where someone will come and tell you that, oh, you know what, why don't you try this? And you'll be like, no, I can't try because you feel like you are not allowed, or you don't have the freedom to do anything. And it's a mindset that is killing a lot of us. It's a mindset that is put a lot of us astray because there's so many people who are bogged up in that little prison that they think nothing is possible, or they even think that they don't deserve anything because they have been put in that little prison by their own mindset that, oh, even if I open the door, or even if you open the door for them, or you give them that leeway that, look, Massa, you have the right to step out and do this. They say, no, I will not do it. I'm going to stay where I am. You see? And those are the type of people who always also complaining that they are struggling. I want to make it. I want to do this. I want to become this person. Yet, when you open the door for them or you give them the opportunity to, look, step out, feel free and be yourself. Feel free to explore. Feel free to go beyond. They'll say, no, I'm happy right here.
Wow.
And that is the prison. Yeah.
That's the prison of the mind. And that is the most dangerous prison you can ever be.
Yeah.
In the book, I talked about there are some people that are in physical prison, but their minds are not in prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are people that have never been to prison, but their minds are in prison.
Yeah.
And the prison of the mind is the mind that succumbs to challenges.
Yeah.
Is the mind that gives up too soon.
Yeah.
Is the mind that sees a wall and walk away. Is the mind that sees that they can never get to the other side. Is the mind that believes that there is no way they are born to succeed. Those people, their minds are in prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the most dangerous prison on earth.
Yeah.
Because the reason why is that somebody can get out of a physical prison and become very successful. But the person who has never been to prison will still struggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the reason is that the person that was in the physical prison, it was their body that was in prison, but their mind was never in prison.
That's right. That's right.
As somebody has never been to prison, but their minds are in prison. Why? Because they are always complaining. They think it cannot be done. They think it's about the system, it's about the government. They think there are no opportunities. They think they are born to really suffer the way they are suffering. And if you are that kind of person, then there is no way you can get out of the prison of the mind. And the prison of the mind is very, very dangerous.
Very dangerous. You see, man of God.
Go on.
To add to what you were saying, right? There are people who are in that type of prison to the point that even when you come or you are willing to help them to be the person they're created to be, they don't even trust you. They think, oh, you must be an imposter, because they are so bogged up in that prison. They are so used to being in that prison that they have never seen the outside. They have never seen anything else beyond that. And as a result, when you come from the outside into that prison to pull them out, they think, no, you're too good to be true. I can't trust this person. And as a result, they reject you. They push you aside, because in their mind, they think to themselves, hang on, if this person pulls me outside, takes me outside, because I'm not used to being on the outside. When it takes me to outside, how am I going to survive? What am I going to do? Or if I don't see this person again, or if this person turns his back against me, or if this person betrays me, what am I going to do? Because I'm not used to being on the outside. But you see, when you try to teach certain people, or you try to let certain people know that, look, where you are is not where you're supposed to be. You were created to be an amazing person. You were created to do amazing things. But in order for you to do those amazing things, you cannot do them whilst you're in that little prison. You cannot do that. You cannot be the person you were created to be in that prison. So step out. When you come out, you will realize that the only way you can be that person you created to be, or to fulfill that destiny you were given, is for you to branch out, because there are people that you need to connect to in order for you to fulfill your destiny. There are people out there who are waiting for you, or there are even people out there who need the power that is in you, the things that are in you. They need it in order for you to connect with them, so that you can become the person you were created to be. But then, because they are so used to being in that little prison, when you come to pull them out, they don't trust you. They think, no, you are too good to be true. No, they think, no. I'm not gonna even allow this person to pull me out, because this person is going to take me out into the world and destroy me. Because that mindset, that being in prison mindset, they have kept it so long that they think the safest place for me to be is in that little prison. Yet, being in that prison, they are rotting. They are dying every day. They are being broken. They are being shattered, and they have it in the back of their mind that, look, one day I need to step out, because that is where I need to be. But when you come to them and you even try to persuade them, they even think you are bothering them. Oh, how am I doing? Oh, you are bothering me.
Wow.
You see, because they cannot imagine themselves being out there. Meanwhile, the only way they can fulfill that destiny that they have, or the only way they can become the people they were created to be, is for them to take that courage and pull themselves out.
To take that courage and pull themselves out. Look, time is already fast spent. We are even on top of the hour already.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this. What are you going to tell those people that haven't bought the book?
I will tell them, do your best. Rush and buy the copy. Rush and buy the copy. Buy 2 copies. Buy 3 copies. Give them to everybody. You know what? Because look, like I said, even me, when I read the book, my God, I am liberated. There are certain things that I didn't think I could do, but when I read the book, I was like, no. Those things are even simple. Even now, I'm not even bothered about those things anymore because, like I said, your book, you are actually tackling the issue. When you wrote the book, the words that you put in the book, the concepts, you know, the things that you've put in the book, you know, the analogies that you put in the book, you have actually tackled the issue. You see, and as a result, anybody who reads the book will get their answer straight away. They'll get their answer.
Well,
that's why I'm urging anybody who hasn't got the book, go and buy the book. Me myself, I'm an author, so I respect books and I respect people who write books. And writing book is not easy. So if our brother has been able to put this together, go and get it because it will set you free. God bless you.
But there is one thing I like about you, because you didn't wanted to come on the show to come and talk about your book, but you rather wanted to come and talk about this book. And that is what marvels me.
I don't care. Man of God, look, it's not a competition. We are not in competition. And that is something that is one of the mindsets as well that we have as a culture, as African people. We think it's about competition. Oh, if I help this guy, he's going to become greater than me. So why should I help him? That is I'll be honest with you. No offense to anyone, but that's a foolish thinking. You see, me being here right now talking about your book, indirectly, people are also looking at me because you said I'm an author. So people who don't even know me, I think, okay, he's an author. What has he written? You mentioned my books. You've already mentioned my books. So people who are watching are going to look at those books and find out where they can get those books. You've already mentioned it. You see? So me also here talking about your book, I'm also mentioning to other people. So what? We are helping each other.
It's about leveraging on each other for us to grow. But we don't have that mindset. The mindset is that, no, I'm going to make sure that this guy's book does not sell. That is the mindset.
Yeah. It doesn't work in my life. No. In my world, I don't have that mentality in my world. If you come into my space, you come into my world, or you come to my life and you are a jealous person, you are an envious person, I'll cut you off. I don't have time for envious people because like I've said before, you know, we have this mentality where, oh, I have to tarnish Oscar Bimpon's name. I have to gossip about him. I have to destroy his name. I have to make people think that he's a bad person. I have to lie about him to destroy him so that, you know, people will not buy his books. You see? Then at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, okay, Oscar Bimpon can also do the same thing to me because he has a platform. He has influence. He's a man of influence. One word from his mouth can change things. So if I write books, maybe you are selling 10 million copies and I'm selling 5 million copies. Man of God, I don't care. Because if you're a millionaire and you can buy 10 yachts, I'm a millionaire and I can buy 2 yachts, I don't care. At least I can buy a yacht. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a problem for me. I always say anybody who comes into my life, if you're a jealous person, if you're an envious person, or if you have that mentality where, oh, I will not allow Isaac to go forward, I will cut you off. And I'll let you know why I'll cut you off. Because I don't have time for people who are going to pull me back. No. If you're going to be my friend and you have that mentality where you are willing to encourage me, you are willing to allow me to encourage you so that the both of us will push forward and become the people we're supposed to be, then yeah, why not? Let's be friends. But if you have that mentality where you have that envious mindset, I'll cut you off. I don't have anything to do with you.
Well. And that is why we have brought this book. Our mindset must change.
Yeah.
Our mindset must change. The book is titled Mindset Revolution. Re-engineering your mind from prison to purpose.
To purpose.
If you are jealous, your mind is in prison. If you don't want somebody to achieve their goals, your mind is in prison.
Yeah. Because
if you have got a purposeful life, you will not have time to really bring somebody down. Trust me. Yeah. If you have got a purpose in life, you will not have time for gossip.
Yeah.
It's just because we don't have anything that is engaging us.
Yeah.
That is why we wake up want to bring somebody down. We wake up, we want to make sure that somebody does not succeed. We
Yeah.
want somebody not to really get to the level that they are supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there is one thing I've learned, that look, it's not about man.
No.
You know, if it is about man, we will not even get to where we are.
Yeah.
I remember when I started, right? A lot of people were laughing.
Yeah.
But today they are not laughing.
No, they are not.
Because
They're biting their tongue.
they are seeing progress.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are not where we are not where we want to be, but we are not where we started from.
Yeah.
We have moved on. And I always tell people that where I stand, it can only be better.
That's right. That's right.
The kind of feedbacks I'm getting from this book here.
Yeah.
This book needs to land in the hands of one person, and that person will tweet the book.
Yeah.
And the book can be a bestseller.
Yeah. In fact,
that is all I need.
Yeah. In fact, man of God, I'm not satisfied with this. I think we need a round 2. Because no, I want people to understand something. I want viewers to understand something, that look, right? Somebody may be saying, but Isaac, you're an author, you've written 3 books. Why are you here, promoting another person's book? That is my choice. I want to do it. And I'm actually not even just promoting your book, but I'm also encouraging you to do better. You see, for me to share what I've learned in your book is also making you understand that what you have done is something amazing. You have actually done the right thing. And when I'm telling you that you've done the right thing, it will make you realize that, hang on, what I've done is something good. So I must push on. I must carry on. You see, and it is my pleasure to see you push for it, to see you go where you're supposed to go, to achieve what you're supposed to achieve. You see, and I think by doing this, also, whoever is watching, if you have a diabolical mindset, if you have an envious mindset, if you have the mentality where you think that you need to destroy your brother's vision, or you need to destroy your sister's vision, or you need to sabotage somebody's vision, or if somebody has an idea, or somebody has an aim to achieve something, and you want to go and sabotage that person, I'm telling you now, you're a fool. I'll be honest with you. I'm telling you now, it is very foolish, because if you join with that person and you encourage that person and you allow the person to fulfill their destiny, the person will testify that, oh, it was Asumisi who helped me to even get this far. Oh, it was that person who gave me this idea to get this far. Whenever you go on a film set, you go to Sylvester Stallone's film set or Arnold Schwarzenegger's film set, you find one of them there. Arnie will go to Stallone's film set to encourage him. Stallone will also go to Arnie's film set to encourage him. They encourage each other. That's why they make money. They make so much money that, you know what, even when they are dead and gone, their children will eat forever.
Of course.
Right. Because what? They network with each other. They help each other. So me being here encouraging you, man of God, someone can come and say, Master, you've written 3 books and you are here promoting another person's book. That person, I'll tell you, Master, straight away, look, what you're saying is foolishness. Because John the Baptist spoke to people about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ also spoke to people about John the Baptist. He even said John the Baptist is the greatest prophet that ever lived. Why is it that they couldn't gossip about each other? No. One promoted the other person's ministry, and the other person also promoted the other person's ministry. And as a result, both names in the Bible are among the greatest names in the Bible. Apart from Jesus Christ, John the Baptist and who else? They are among the greatest people that you cannot even mention their name anyhow. So let that be a concept for whoever is watching. If you know that you cannot, encourage somebody to succeed, shut your mouth. Stay away from that person. But if you want to help the person fully, because it will come back to you. Yes. God bless you.
Look, I'm really enjoying this, and I think we have to do a part 2. Yeah,
that's right. I totally really interrupted us today. I wasn't happy.
Yes. I really enjoyed the discussion. And for those that might be asking, where can you get a copy of the book? You can get a copy of the book at Amazon. If you are in the US, it is at amazon.com. If you are in the UK, Europe, amazon.co.uk. Wherever you are, you can really find one of these links and get the book. And trust me, you'll be blessed. You have to get this book in your home. not for only you as the adult, but also for your children. My son has already finished reading the book and he said, Daddy, I'm going to read it again. And I told him to give me an honest feedback. He said, look, when I started reading it, when I'm putting the book down, it looks like, no, I didn't want to. It's like you want to move to the next page. You want to move to the next page. You want to see what is happening. And I'm telling parents, the most greatest legacy we can leave for our children is not physical inheritance.
No.
But an inheritance of a powerful mind.
Yeah.
That believes that they are born to be great, irrespective of the challenges they are facing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let your children put down the Xbox and spend 30 minutes a day reading this book.
Yeah.
Let's start feeding their minds with the positives of life. So that when we are no more and they have nothing, they will still believe that they can be great.
Yeah.
Depending on what they do today.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And look, there are certain things you cannot force it on people.
No.
But then if you are really, really serious of changing your life, you want to change the narrative in your life.
Yeah.
You want to change the cycle. You want to change the same results.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you a typical example of the same results. A typical example of the same results is knowing that you are going to earn 500 Ghana cedis for 12 months. So 500 Ghana cedis a month for 12 months. That is the same results. If you want to change that result, you need to change your mindset first.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
We have undervalued and underestimated the power of the mind for far too long. There are many people, their mind needs overhauling. I call it overhauling of the mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because your subconscious mind has been fed with too much negativity.
Yeah.
It's like waking up every day to put rubbish on the dumping site.
Mm-hmm.
So every day you are compiling the rubbish. You are compiling the rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
And a year to 40 years, you have been putting rubbish at the same place. What happens now?
It will destroy it.
Your mind is polluted, meaning that if you have fed your mind with the negatives of life, by now your mind is seriously polluted.
Yeah.
And the overhauling process is what I call the stage 5 cancer of your life. The chemotherapy is very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is why there are some people, there is no way they can succeed in this life.
Yeah.
There is no way they can succeed in this life. Because what they have fed their mind with all these years, the overhauling process is a difficult one. And look, go to Amazon, get a copy, buy some for your pastor, buy some for some people in your family that you think they need a mindset change. Those people that you are sending them money back home to start a business, and every time they are failing, you give them money, they misuse it. Get them a mindset revolution book.
That's right.
Make sure they read it. Look, man of God, your last word to everyone that is watching us.
My last words, I want to thank God again for this opportunity. And I want to acknowledge God that the fact that for him to have given you this mindset to write this book, you are liberating so many people. So many people have been liberated, and I think God is probably smiling now, you know.
Amen.
So I'm grateful for God to give for him to have given us this opportunity to, you know, do this program. And I also want to thank all those who have come to watch us, you know, because they could have decided not to bother with us, but they've come to watch us, and I believe that they've learned something. And without them, this program would be invalid, you know. So I want to thank all of them, and also thank you as well, man of God, for allowing me to come to the program to share my experiences about your book. And I'm grateful. And I definitely think we have to do a part 2, because the technical issues, I don't know where it's coming from. It's never happened to my computer before. Today, You know, I think maybe some people are trying to limit us.
No matter work.
But they lie bad. No, we don't care. We will come back again. So thank you very much, man of God.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time, and I want to wish you happy birthday once again.
Thank you, sir.
And we want to thank everybody that really spent their time with us. I think I've got some few comments here. Esther CTV says, "Happy, glorious, and a blessed birthday. May God richly bless you." Then I have got David Ejiri saying, "Power." I've got Francis saying your brain is the CPU of your body, and he also says powerful inside. I've got Esther Foundation saying that's right, and I've got Francis Kwesi saying kudos guys, stay blessed. Look, it's been wonderful having you on the show, and I want to thank everybody that really joined us. On Tuesday, we'll be coming your way with another powerful discussion. Tuesdays is where we interview young people across the continent of Africa and in the diaspora between the ages of 12 to 30 years who are doing amazingly well. The young people don't have platforms for them to even share their views and stories, and that is what this platform is all about. And if you are watching us, we want to encourage you to share this for somebody to have an opportunity to watch this, and also like our page T2I TV UK on Facebook, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Trust me, these are the kind of discussions that we bring to you every week. Don't change the dial. We'll be coming back next week. Have a wonderful weekend, and also enjoy the rest of your day, man of God, in terms of your birthday. Just spend some money. Life is too short, and live good. All right.
Hey, I'm going back to sleep.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
God richly bless everybody.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Bye-bye.